is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys!
This is Mick Shots.
Streaming live on DallasCowboys.com and the official Dallas Cowboys app.
Now, here are Bill Jones, Heckma Harrison, Everson Walls, and Mickey Spagnola.
Oh yeah, seems like a year ago.
Wow.
He just said that.
We should be celebrating.
Can't believe it.
We should be celebrating.
Well, we're about to.
Oh, man. Are we?
We are. We are about to celebrate. We are going to celebrate right now.
Right now.
Here it is. It's time for a victory.
Come on, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh let's do it again.
on, man.
False start
All right, here we go.
on 24. And Mickey,
Here we
what
go.
number were you?
33.
24. That's my
You
number.
do not deserve Kareem's number.
Mickey was 78.
You cannot. Yeah, he was
Yeah, they
no,
gave him
73.
No, 39.
I just ran across the picture
You have it?
in my junior high basketball uniform.
Come on, man. You got to do the Landry
Let's
Come on. Y'all get it's not easy. Y'all get sidetracked.
2,
Time
3.
for a victory.
Let's come on, man.
Monday.
Come on.
We got it, man. We got it. We old, man.
Beat the team that you wrote a book about.
I had 33 before he did, okay?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
That's crazy.
Did he have 33 at Power Memorial?
I don't believe
Maybe.
so.
I don't know.
Probably did.
All right.
Or UCL.
Well, Power
UCLA?
Memorial came before UCLA.
Oh,
so,
that's, yeah.
yeah. All right, so here we are. Yes, and Mickey did write the book on the Dallas-Washington rivalry and a new chapter on Christmas Day.
I don't know if that game
Mickey
would have
was there for
qualified.
There's an 86-yard touchdown pass. What do you mean?
Yeah.
He knows. He
right.
knows. If don't nobody know, he knows that
Oh,
there was
you
an
know.
86-yard
Oh, yeah.
touchdown.
Hell
He
yeah.
turned the TV off after that. Yeah, like, oh, that's all I need to
He
see.
can pack it up. It's time to
That's all
go.
I need to see.
All I do when I see him catch it on the run, he gone. He ain't catching it.
He gone. He gone. He right.
All right,
And I saw a 72-yard run also.
by Bill.
Bill,
So how many watched it live?
Yeah.
what do you mean?
You watched the game live?
Which game? The
Well,
Cowboys?
I know you did.
Oh.
You were there.
Yes.
Okay.
You confused
It's
him.
Christmas at noon.
Yeah. Oh no, I was.
You got to work around the family
no,
schedule. I had
no.
to. I had it on, and then the family
worked around
arrived.
the
at
game.
The family
You let
arrived at
Christmas get in the
halftime.
way.
Yeah, right.
of
Work
football?
around the game. Hey, hurry up, kids. Come here.
The family arrived at the house at halftime.
Hey, here you go.
so
Hey,
I
take
had
it
to
too
go
long,
back
kid.
and watch
Yeah.
the second half.
Let me just tell you what it is. You're taking too long.
Yeah. All right.
Bill had to shoot the starting lineup.
They don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't.
Well, you posted it.
I did, but that doesn't mean anybody saw it.
I did not.
I'm surprised that none of the guys in there follow you, Bill. But I do.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
No, our tradition.
not this group.
Our tradition on Christmas is I announce the starting lineup. I line up it started with just my daughters back in the day, and the family has grown
Yes.
where they've gotten married, and so we line them up.
Wow.
And then they go in to see what Santa brought.
Yeah.
Okay, and so we go by age, youngest to oldest, and this year now I've got 5 grandsons and 3 daughters, 3 son-in-laws, and so we line them all up, and starting with 23-month-old Parks, he comes in, and I mean they say their name and what their age is, and so now
It's a great tradition. I like
so
that.
my daughters are in their 30s, and so I'm Jessica, and I'm 30. I'm Jordan, and I'm.
Oh, you make him
And
announce
we're
the
doing
age?
this-
Yes.
And we're doing this again.
Wow.
Yes, I'm sure.
It was cute when we were 13,
Right,
Dad.
But now
I have to
Do they
it
announce
now.
their schools?
35.
The son-in-laws don't like to do that.
Yeah,
though.
the son-in-laws. So I say, oh, so Colin, you're back for another year.
I like that.
Great.
Hey, Colin, you're still here. You're still here.
You
Congratulations.
made it.
What's your name again? So anyway, that's what we did on Christmas.
Good deal, man. I'm sorry I missed that.
That's what I do with my cousin. I have a double cousin. She's married. Her name is Bridget. She's married to a guy. She never was good with relationships, but this guy came along and, man, she's perfect. They're perfect for each other. And every time I see him, I go, oh, wow, you're still here.
Yeah.
I tell the husband, like, hey, you're still here, man. Congratulations, buddy.
I thought I was the only one that had a double cousin.
Yeah, double cousins, man. Yes, sir.
All right, so here we are after week. Well, we got one more game left here in week 17 tonight. You got the Rams and the Falcons. With Rams with nothing to play for, really. They can improve their seeding. They can't win the division now. And the Cowboys have one game left against the Giants at noon on Sunday, Dallas time.
And they can improve their record.
They can improve their record.
Same thing applies.
Are they going to try to improve their record?
I think so.
Okay. By the way, we've got a Brian Schottenheimer press conference coming up at 1:30, right?
1:30, yes.
And the locker room's open at 12:45, and that's when we start getting answers on who's going to play this week, where we probably won't get any answers, but that's when the question can be asked.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We got a couple of days here to work on this and discuss it, and we'll see how we practice. That's going to be the answer.
Can we give our own opinion?
Yes.
Yes.
What do you think?
What?
Should everyone play? Or should we play to win the game? We play to win the game, but should we?
Is
Play
Dak
everybody.
playing or not?
Yes, that's the
not
question.
just
That's
him.
the biggest
Not
question.
just him.
Oh,
Not just
You
him.
got a couple of wide receivers.
Yeah,
that
man. You
make a
got
lot
some
of
good.
money.
We got some studs on this team. I don't want any of them to participate necessarily in this game.
What if there are incentives on the line?
Then that's up to them.
There you go. And I think a lot of guys, maybe, I don't know what that is, but that was my question for
That's a
you.
good question.
It's who has incentives on the line in this last game?
yeah. I don't know that there is as many contracts made with production incentives, maybe games play incentives, but not like, oh, if you get 1,000 yards receiving, you get 500.
I think all of them pretty much exceeded
Yeah,
this.
whatever.
Our stars, our playmakers.
Yeah.
Dak got to 30 touchdowns on Thursday.
Javante has over 1,000.
Nice round number.
What year was it? Maybe it was 89. Was it one of the running backs had an incentive and Jimmy didn't play him because he wanted to save money
I can see
for Jerry?
save money for
Sat him down. Might have been Paul Palmer. Does that ring a
Okay, that
bell?
makes, yep.
Yes,
Makes sense.
Yes,
Yep.
the running back.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think
Yep.
they said
He went to the Chiefs.
he had a sprained ankle or something. Yeah, we're not
Those were the good old days boy, when everybody was honest.
you know what? I think
Everybody dealt from the top of the deck.
Dak at least plays a half.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think it depends who's playing left tackle. Is Tyler Smith playing?
Oh yeah, right.
I don't think it matters who's playing left tackle.
Well,
There
no,
were 6 sacks.
What are you talking about?
Front the other day.
Yeah.
it wasn't all. It was pretty much across the board,
Yeah.
right?
I just don't want him to, because as much as he looks like he was having a good time out there amongst his struggles, and because that was one of those games you win ugly. You just go out there, rivalry and all of that. But no, I didn't like the fact that he had to work real hard. I mean, real hard to win this game.
Well, and it was the numbers
He looked like he was having fun though.
misleading, right? Sacked 6 times, hit 11 times, had 8 passes defensed, meaning battered around, right? Yet he threw for 307 yards and put up 30 points.
Yeah, man.
How do you figure?
This is the kind of offense we have. That's the way he's been playing.
That's how good they
And his-
can be, right?
Yeah, that's how our offense has been. That's what they're accustomed to.
Can I ask an important question? I'm sorry I didn't send you guys the rundown today. I'm slipping a little bit coming back from vacation. I know that disappointed all of you.
Yes, it did.
But when it comes down
Yes,
to
it did.
when it comes down to Dak and the season that he's had, and you're running back the season he's had, are you a little disappointed after watching all of this football and to know that with all the production that you have, that you're missing out on the playoffs? And I'm looking at you, but I'm not really asking you because your expectation was never that they were going to make the playoffs anyway. But are you a little disappointed by having that type of output and still missing the playoffs?
Even though I didn't think they'd win, I'm still very disappointed.
Yeah.
I still think this offense was wasted on this entire season. on what we were doing and the capabilities that we have offensively.
Absolutely.
And it's wasting a healthy season from the quarterback.
Thank you guys for saying that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be on an island, in my disappointment, for the production that we had offensively. You have a 1,200-yard rusher.
It's very frustrating to watch all these other teams. They have these offensive players and everybody's doing well, but defensively, we are still playing at the bottom of the barrel. And it's extremely frustrating when you sit up here and you watch, even a subpar game. This guy's still throwing for 300 yards, but it's a subpar game. Yeah. Wasting all of this effort, wasting all of these numbers and on a defense that really doesn't deserve it.
Although I did see a team that's very, very good have to score 41 to win.
I saw that last night as well. And so,
but they were up against a team that's pretty damn good.
Well,
too.
yeah.
So
I understand.
And their defense is, their defense is just as bad as anybody. In regards to injuries, talking about the Niners, their injuries.
Right.
It's what an amazing job they've done considering their injuries, starting with Nick Bosa before the season started.
I think Fred
Warner, a Hall of Fame linebacker.
Yep.
You lose him. They lost their first-round draft pick, Michael Williams, who was playing well as a rookie.
Like 5 or 6 of them.
And they'd already lost in free agency, Hufanga, who's on the number 1 defense in the league with the Broncos, and Dre Greenlaw, who's on the number 1 defense in the league with the Broncos. And they'd already replaced them. And yet here they are. They're in a position, if they beat Seattle, they get the number 1 seed in the NFC playoffs.
That is crazy.
And it all goes back to, why can't we do that?
Because you lost players too.
But why can't we make the playoffs in that manner?
I know.
Also.
I got you.
And so, I'm with you. We're saying the same thing.
They also didn't have their starting quarterback for several games this year, too.
And then the Ravens.
He's playing great.
The Ravens, they have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
This weekend.
Arisen from the dead.
This coming weekend, yes.
Amazing.
Just, that's the kind of frustrating stuff that, I want that kind of fortune to where we can somehow salvage that. And so it goes right back to, our defense as well on what do we do, players or coaches, in regards to the adjustments that we make. And so it's going to be a weird offseason.
I think the word for everybody, when you ask them, if you could sum it up in one word, it would be disappointed.
Yeah.
You're disappointed with the way that this season went down. But for people like you, from the beginning, Everson, it was never this is one of those seasons where you could win it all. It was always the players that we have. You looked at the talent that was on the roster, and you were never over-evaluating the guys that you had. And this was before the Quinnen Williams trade.
Yes.
And so when we talk about where this defense ended up, you have to make sure that you set the expectation where it needed to be. Mozzie Smith was your one technique. You didn't have much else after the trade. I don't have to go into the talk about Micah because it is what it is. But after that, you're decimated. You had nothing even before the injuries is in line as far as talent is concerned. Yeah. And I know we're going to turn our focus towards the draft and all these other things in the next coming week. But if you're just real with yourself coming out of camp, the talent was never there.
You talk about drafts. At this point, I could see us using those drafts to get more players. I mean, I would try to get more players. I don't know if I'd want youth on this team.
You're talking about free agency?
Free agency, yes. I would like to get some veterans in here. I really would, to have them all and have them work together the entire off season, and that way we can be more solidified for 2026. I don't know about bringing in a bunch of young guys. We already have a bunch of young guys on this team. So I know they'll be talking about high-round draft picks, but we already have a lot of talented young guys on this team. I just want to see, can they be brought together to realize their potential? And that's something I thought would happen as we settled in, and it didn't. It seemed like we just imploded on the defensive side.
Well, and here's the other. I don't know about you guys, but 8-8-1 sounds a hell of a lot better than 7-9-1 to me. I know it's only one game, but it sounds better. You could at least at that point, instead of just saying, God, we were just bad, you could say, well, if I had won that game, if 1 second had gone away from that other game and I got to 10 wins, you would have said, okay, good season.
Torture.
Right?
It is torture.
It is.
It is. You're killing me, Smalls.
But it is.
Oh, my God.
I'd rather do that and suffer than just say, well, we weren't worth a
Right,
damn.
right. You want to say that there was at least hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was.
And there was.
There was. So it would reflect that better. But still, we know history, and history is what is right now.
Yeah.
You know? History will be what we're looking at right now.
Before the season started, Mickey, what did you like? I know you were asked.
I thought 10 wins was reasonable.
Okay.
10 and 7.
I did too. Yeah. I thought 10 wins were good.
You thought they would win 10 games?
Yeah, I did. I sure did.
I thought the offense would be good enough to get them there.
Wow.
And you think about it, I mean, even looking at what happened this season, the Arizona game is the one that, I mean, when you look at what those teams, all the opponents' records are right now, I mean, yeah, the Carolina's playing for a division title on Saturday afternoon, okay? And so they're better than what people expected them to be. And it was a road game, okay? Arizona at home, that Monday night game.
That was bad.
If you win that game and everything else stays the same on this season, now you're playing to be 9-7-1. You're just a half game basically off of a 10-win season. Right.
No, and I agree, especially that. And I guess when I think about the Arizona game, we were never really in that game.
Right.
We were getting.
And I'm not saying
that doesn't even make any sense.
I'm not saying that was a game that slipped away. That was a game.
The game for me is the Green Bay game. And it's the Green Bay game, because I thought in that game you played well enough to pull off the victory. And there were times where, and we have argued back and forth about Shotty's decisions not to go for it or go for it in certain instances. I thought the Green Bay game was the one that if you get that game, then everything about your season is completely different at this juncture. Right now, if you pull that,
I would say it was just too many things were able to happen after Green Bay that could have remedied that tie. And so if you're going to look at games that you could have won, if we don't get the drops, we could have won the first game.
No, and coulda, woulda, shoulda, ifs, and maybes, all of that is what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
But I'm like that Green Bay game, even if you win that game and you lose to Arizona, you're still in better footing as far as the playoffs is concerned.
I think the games are more consequential as we got towards the end of the season.
True.
I wouldn't necessarily pick a game at the beginning of the season. Those games that really made a difference, like you said, the Arizona game. First of all, it's at home, and I think half the season was already behind us then. So we had a chance to really make some moves at that time.
Backup quarterback for them.
So it just, to me, that was much more egregious thing.
All right, let me ask you this. At the beginning of the season, all right, we were talking about this 6-game stretch from Thanksgiving week until Christmas Day. At the beginning of the season, would you have taken 3-3?
Yes.
A 3-3 record against the likes of Philadelphia, Kansas City, Detroit, Minnesota, the Chargers, and Washington, knowing that Washington was in the conference championship game last year.
If I recall, I was not afraid of those 3 games. I think I said something like we would have polished some things off up until that moment. And I thought that we would be more prepared than anyone thought we would be for those 3 games. If I'm not mistaken, that was my thought process. Yeah, we were going to take our licks before that, and then we were going to be ready for that stretch. And it kind of worked out that way. And
as it turned out, they went 3-3 over that 6-game stretch. Now, a lot of that had to do with what happened in Kansas City, what happened in Washington, what happened in Minnesota, as far as injuries go and stuff. So
well, you were looking at, and you're talking about that stretch of the season. You're looking at a Commanders team that played, well into playoffs last season. So you thought that they were going to be different.
Yeah.
You thought things were going to be completely different with the Lions, Kansas City. So obviously 3-3, that would have been the best case scenario. But no way you could have known that your defense would have been this woefully bad before the season. I mean, we were talking about Chicago like, man, we should just go to Chicago and run over those guys. And now, as you look at the end of the season, Chicago is pretty legit, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe you could look at the Carolina Panthers and say maybe they were not what you thought, at that point, and still they are back and forth as far as their season is concerned, but not Chicago. Chicago is a damn good team right now.
What is Carolina now? 8-8?
Mm-hmm.
A chance to win the division.
Right.
It speaks. Yeah.
Well, see, that's another thing. See the moment that we wasted here with all the parity, right?
Yeah.
This was our time. This was it. To me, we really wasted a golden opportunity because no one expected much from us, but we did not realize that no one got much from the entire NFL in regards to parity and who's at the top.
I will say this. If Quinnen Williams was on this team when they played Carolina, they would have beat Carolina.
Yeah.
Well, then when you're talking about parity and all of that, this Super Bowl, if you could pick two teams to play in the Super Bowl, I bet there are two teams that didn't. One of them probably didn't play in the Super Bowl last year. And it's going to be a team out of complete left field that's going to be in that. In the running. Jacksonville, to me, and I'm just saying, like, Jacksonville is one of those teams that I never in a million years would have thought that Jacksonville would turn out to be the kind of team.
Chicago's the other one.
No, that's what I'm saying. So imagine.
They may meet again.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like the way that the league has gone this year, and even looking at San Francisco last night, I was saying this may be the year for Shanahan to finally get one because you're not going to run into a Kansas City.
Everything's up in the air.
Everything is so up in the air this season.
That's why we blew it. That's why we blew it.
Disappointing.
Yes, that's why we blew it.
All right. We continue with more Mick Shots in a moment.
It was sobering.
Yeah, it was, right?
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, Cowboy fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience the best sports venue in the world, AT&T Stadium. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your package today.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Back to Mick Shots.
All right.
There's no reason.
We are approaching the end of this season on Sunday at noon against the New York Football Giants. And welcome back to Mick Shots. Bill Jones, Everson Walls, Heckma Harrison, and the star of the show, Mickey Spagnola, who was spending Christmas in the nation's capital.
I did. And then I stayed.
You did?
Yeah.
You didn't come back on the charter?
No, I flew up on my own.
Ice was on.
Did you
was
really?
on your butt.
Ice? I saw it.
Ice was chasing.
I
I couldn't get home.
I walked by this huge building. I go, what's that? And it was U.S. Customs and ICE. How about
Wow.
that? And I said, "Oh, I'm gonna stay away from that
stay
building.
away from there, buddy.
Never know when
You're
they
a little too brown.
just have something to do."
Let's
you know?
change.
going on.
Let's change the subject.
Watch out,
You were in D.C. What was the reason?
Just to spend Christmas together.
Okay.
So we flew up,
That's cool, man. Good stuff.
went to the museum on Wednesday and Friday, and
What a good idea.
the game on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
I just decided that
You went to all the museums?
those two,
Yeah.
one on Wednesday, one
Right.
on Friday.
I do like that, man. That's very.
Walked by the White House on Friday.
You saw the East Wing?
What wasn't there?
Yeah.
And
Did y'all stay near the mall?
we were at the JW. The team stayed at the JW Marriott, which is right there. It's a.
I love that back when they used to.
It's like a 6-10 minute walk to the White House.
Yeah.
And a 6-10 minute walk to the mall where you can walk.
Love the mall.
So we went to on Friday. Went to the African American Museum of History and Culture, which I took a picture for you because there was a display of Eddie Robinson.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if you've been there or seen
have.
it, but
I have, yeah.
there was a display
I
of
saw it.
him,
I
and
saw
I've
it.
got one for John Wooten, who was in that group picture when they were
Kareem and Jim Brown.
yeah, when they were
all those
defending
boys, yeah. Bill Russell.
Muhammad Ali for
would you like to explain John Wooten?
Yeah, John played for the Cleveland Browns. He was the starting guard during Jim Brown's career. He went on to become a player agent. He became a Cowboy front office guy, and then went
Great
to
guy.
Philadelphia as their personnel director, and then was the head of the what was the
Fritz Pollard.
Fritz Pollard. Thank
Yes.
you. John's still going.
He hanging in there.
Yeah. You give him a call, and an hour
He'll
later.
pick up.
But anyway, I saw the picture. I've seen the picture. It's a great
The
picture.
iconic photo of
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali. Was he signing not to go to war? Or
Yeah,
he making the press conference.
they
Just
did
had
a press conference because he was going to get punished for being.
And he had all those superstars
Pontius.
behind him
Yeah.
giving him support.
I think that
Bobby Mitchell.
Willie Davis was there
Willie
from
Davis,
the Packers.
Grambling.
Yeah.
Yes, Grambling State. Bobby Mitchell
Yes.
was there. Kareem was there. Bill Russell was there.
Yes.
And
And then
Wooten.
you're going to have to help me with this. OJ's attorney.
Cochran? Johnny?
Yes, he was in that picture as a young law student.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I should have known that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was, but see what happened a couple of years ago. It might have been Jason kept the team there after the game against Washington.
Yes.
And we went to the museum.
Yes.
And we got a tour for the whole group, right? And guy was, lecturing or whatever, and we got to the sports part, and it's like, oh man, look at this! And they got the picture of John Carlos and Smith.
Yes.
with
The Olympic picture.
The Olympic picture. There's a statue, the replica. And I'm going, oh man, I took the picture. I'm watching the video up there. And it was like, but we got to catch a plane. We got to go. And I said, wait a minute. This was the best part, the sports part.
Right.
I must have spent an hour in there.
You can,
Friday.
and it's layered. Like,
Yes.
I went with my family. I took my mom to D.C. and we only got to the bottom floor.
I thought that was just me, man.
No, there's too much to see.
me. I'm like,
There's
damn,
too
I know.
much to see.
I kept saying, we got to go.
Come
we got to
back.
go. I
Yeah.
know
Come
what's
back.
up there, and I don't
Right.
want to miss it this time.
Crazy, man.
But you know what the cool thing was? To see all the people there, fathers, mothers, talking to their kids
Yes.
through the history. I mean, we live this,
Yeah.
right? And it is
That's pretty
amazing.
cool.
Yeah, well worth the time spent there. So anyway, that's what I did for Christmas.
Good job there,
Nice.
Specs.
Heckma, there was no rundown this morning, but I want to leave it to you, for you. If there was something that you would have for us to talk about in this second segment, what do you think you would like to talk about?
Man, I'm so conflicted this morning about everything going Dallas Cowboys right now. I got an opportunity to talk to my uncle over the weekend. Joe Green is my uncle, ladies.
Mean Joe Green.
So, so before I say that, I got a ton of uncles.
Mean Joe.
Let me make that clear. And I was talking to him about I made the mistake of saying in the conversation about teams playing up to play the Cowboys, and he thought that was absurd. And he said, nobody gets up to play you guys. He's like, when I played, when we were playing, I got up to play the Cleveland Browns. That was our game to play.
That's crazy that the rivalry is between Cleveland and Pittsburgh and not Cleveland and Cincinnati.
No, but he even mentioned Cincinnati as well, and saying the Bengals games like that, those were more important. But when we were talking about the playoffs, and I said the same thing about missing the playoffs, his thing was in those years that they were had their playoff runs, you knew when you got into the playoffs when you didn't have enough to sustain and stay. Right. And he was like, that's the worst feeling. Yes. Going to the playoffs knowing that you don't have enough firepower to compete. So would you rather be in the playoffs without enough firepower? Or how long do you think you guys would have stayed in the playoffs with the defense that you have? And it just kind of resonates. It's one thing to make the playoffs, but it's another thing to be right back at the house because you don't have the talent.
As we've discovered, you can make the playoffs, and if your stay's not very long, it feels like it went by in a flash.
Just like that.
Mm-hmm. And let's be real, Uncle Mean Joe, I know he is what he is, but when you get to the playoffs, everyone does get up, especially for the playoffs, to play the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. Everyone tries to play their best. He says that because they were the freaking Pittsburgh Steelers. Right. So, yes, he can say that.
Thank you.
Because you had to get up to play them.
Thank you. College career while I was there.
Thank you, Everson. I didn't think that was absurd either. So, anyway, thank you.
So, it is not absurd. I mean, they're going to get up to players. And especially these days when the internet and social media is so enthralled in regards to rivalries and everybody's trying to make their own point and things of that nature. So the hate for the Cowboys may have grown on one side. I'm sorry. The empathy for the Cowboys may have grown on one side, but the hate for the Cowboys has certainly risen because of social media.
Well, and I think the teams that were lesser teams got up for the Cowboys, right?
That's it.
That's what happened.
That's
the teams that were good, we're on the same level. Right.
But
they kind of really enjoyed it once they.
Oh, they did.
They did.
They enjoyed that a little bit.
Yes, they did. I mean, your quarterback doesn't get a whole bunch of undue criticism, unwarranted criticism, than any other quarterback because he's a Dallas Cowboy. Let's just be real about that.
Are there any playoff teams for you guys, as far as your projections, looking at who's going to make it and who isn't, that you're a little surprised by their lack of firepower going into the playoffs?
The Niners.
The Niners.
Yeah, their defense they've never been like this. When they've had their playoff runs, especially when they have an offense that's clicking like this one. I'd say the Niners, they tease you, just like the Cowboys were doing 2 years ago. You score a lot of points, you can be a little bit inconsistent on the defensive side. And that's kind of what you're looking at. That doesn't bode well for playoff football at all.
Yeah. For me, it would be, and just picking an AFC team, the Bills. The Buffalo Bills are shocking me right now. The MVP, Josh Allen, obviously he's having a Herculean effort to win games, but just the lack of talent that they have in certain positions.
Wide receiver.
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks was their best receiver.
I'll admit, I apparently blew it on Keon Coleman. He can't even get active. He's a healthy scratch.
Well, he's a head case, man.
I didn't realize I pride myself in the draft for trying to figure out that very thing, and he seemed like a smart guy, and he seemed like
he's too smart for his own good.
Yeah.
Because everything that he thinks is so cute or whatever it is, it ain't working from this
CD's
team
cousin.
standpoint. Is it?
Keon's is CD.
Well, CD need
cousin.
to holler at him.
Holler at him.
My man. This ain't, I remember they had a picture of him, a video of him, just dancing his butt off in pregame when he was a healthy scratch.
Lack of awareness. That's all that is. I mean, a lot of guys, they just don't have it. And that's maybe teaching him how to be a pro, and that's a horrible learning lesson for a guy like that should be impacting his team.
Late first-round draft pick last year. In his second year, he should be the guy there. And I understand he's not a fast guy. Separation is an issue, but
he's talented, man.
Yes, he is. That's right. That's why
talented.
I was intrigued by him.
So sometimes you can fool people into, hey, this guy's got this energy and all that. Well, some of that energy might be unnecessary. To where he's making more out of what's going on.
The transition to the NFL is more than just what you see on the field. Too.
Right.
There could be other things going on there.
He's got to have somebody in his corner. I'm sure CD's tried to talk to him, I would imagine, but he's got to have some grown man around him somewhere to let him know what's going on. But it doesn't. It seems like, when I say too late, obviously too late for this year, but you just don't want that reputation. And right now, he has that reputation. That's something that people actually thought that's how CD might be coming into the league. I mean, we knew about him in Oklahoma because I'm an Oklahoma guy.
We saw there was a track record of 3 years of him where how tough he was and how he was, doing all the right things and stuff. But anyway, to answer your question too, the obvious ones also are whoever's going to win the NFC South and whoever's going to win the AFC North too. There's not a whole lot of hope for either one of those.
Now that you said it was 23 years that the NFC East had been won by different
21. Yeah.
21 years.
2004 was Eagles did it.
Mickey would have killed you, paying you. Let me say kill. Paying you for the Philadelphia Eagles to play in the back-to-back Super Bowls.
Oh, will it pain me?
Yeah. Come on, care today. Just care today. I know you don't care, but just care today.
Would I prefer it?
Care today. Care today.
It just doesn't.
I can put that on TV.
I told you after watching the Netflix thing on the NFC East, and I saw inside of Sirianni, I had a different opinion of it.
And see, my daughter's like, no, him and my daughter. They were like, no, don't feel that.
Don't do it.
And I was like, man, well, first of all, I've always liked how you run the team, but you're right. When you watch the NFC East thing, it just shows you a different light.
Yeah.
Because we always see him as this arrogant little.
Yes. It's like Napoleon.
No, I don't like him at all.
You kind of
didn't
like
change.
it.
But you know what I liked? And then they showed it after the game, I think, the celebration in the locker room. Would they win? Was it
13-12 over
13-12,
Buffalo.
right?
Buffalo missed a 2-point
He's celebrating like it was the end of the world.
Yeah.
And
well, he was coming back home.
And
right?
he basically was saying, I don't want any negativity. We won.
Right.
And you know what? That's their season. They have not dominated, but somehow they
have a recipe
out to win.
for success.
Yeah.
It would pain
And they
me.
won because the quarterback didn't throw the ball.
It would pain me. It would pain me.
It would pain you?
It would. It would upset me to see them continuously build. They lose their offensive coordinator. He goes off and gets a head coaching job, and they get right back to the Super Bowl. It would. It really would. It'd be another one of those.
It would pain me because I do not see it at all. I don't see it at all.
I didn't see it at all last season, and somehow they pulled it off.
Last season I saw it.
Did you? I did. I thought Jalen Hurts.
The way Barkley was running. And then,
last season.
Even with the way that Barkley was running, I thought that it would be on Jalen Hurts to make a throw.
And their defense, man.
And he just
last year defense was
finds a way.
Doggone good, man.
Yeah, they are.
So that's what I was looking at from last year. Barkley running the ball and the defense.
They didn't even have 40 plays yesterday. I think it was 37 they ended up with.
In
I want to say something
messy
like
condition,
that.
cold, rainy condition.
And that's Buffalo style. And they went in, they won with Buffalo style.
Okay, so what do you want to do in the last segment?
I don't know, man. Let's take a break. I'll have to figure
Talk about.
He's still mad about the thought of Philly making it.
If you beat the Giants, you finish 5-1 in the NFC East with the best division record. about that?
Wow. That's ugly.
Because
that is ugly.
The Eagles are going to be 4.
That does not make me feel any
so.
at all, bro.
So when we come back, we crown the Cowboys NFC East champs.
We did it.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Back to Mick Shots.
Oh, yeah, we don't have a read. It's my turn.
I'm good. I'm over here waiting on something to do.
Gotta talk to the lady that does all that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anybody know her?
Hey, leave that lady alone. Let her relax.
We could promote. I think Tuesday they're at the stadium. They're having a battle of the bands for the Cotton Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right.
Battle of like
the bands.
Grambling going to be here?
Well, I said the battle of the bands of the teams in,
which is Ohio State and Miami.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, that'll be so boring.
Yeah. Can they not bring Grambling in for it?
That'll be so boring.
Come on, Everson.
You know it, man.
But you with the Grambling, you cannot say the expectation is completely different.
Yes,
you cannot say that.
Man.
Well, they're not going to go out in March. They're just going to play
That's why
music.
it's going to be boring.
That's right.
We play music and march at the same time.
Wait a minute. Shout out to everybody that's going to be there at the Battle of the Bands. I apologize on behalf of my co-host State. Shout out to Ohio State and Miami.
Rhythm and, come on, man. You gotta work that thing.
Everson, that's going to be terrible.
I'm sorry, man.
Which, by the way, since you brought it up,
yes,
it is so absolutely ridiculous, this college football playoff, and how they wait 3 or 4 weeks before they start playing the.
You're right.
Yeah, they should,
absolutely.
It should be a continuation.
Yeah, you got it.
These teams are, but they haven't played.
Right. So you have no idea.
And you know they're not practicing hard because they don't want to get anybody hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So do we have any issues in regards to that as far as players that, opting out? A lot of that going on?
Well, if they're not playing in the playoff, they're all opting out.
So if you're in the...
Or they're in the transfer portal or they're declaring for the draft.
You tell me a player would say, you know what, I'm gonna opt out, even though...
Oof, that would be tough.
I put up with it Saturday. 2 of the starting wide receivers, Missouri. No, we're not playing.
This is a bowl game.
But that was
a bowl game.
Yeah, I'm talking about in regards to the playoffs.
He's saying,
do we have players opting out?
No.
There are probably some backup players. In fact, the backup quarterback for Texas last year, who went to Duke, he opted out before the playoffs started.
Okay.
Actually, I guess the year before. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
If you're playing for something, these guys, the
not
main
everyone
guys,
though, right? Not everybody,
well,
right?
I think the majority.
The majority, of course, yes. But and when it comes to bowl games, yes. But when it comes to the tournament, do you have some players opting out?
Especially if you're a lock. If you're a lock, like a first round top 10 pick, it's a lot of money on the line.
Yeah, I don't think you're not. I don't think that you'll see a starting player, but there are backup players who I'm sure have gone into the transfer portal.
We've seen starting players opt out, haven't we?
On the playoff for
the tournament.
I haven't recognized it as much as just the meaningless bowl games.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Which, by the way, think about the Cotton Bowl game last year. You had Ohio State playing Texas in a semifinal game last year in the Cotton Bowl. And here you got Ohio State playing in a quarterfinal game against Miami. And as you watch that game, which is New Year's Eve, and think in terms of the Cowboys and the draft, there are some prospects, and I'll try to make a list by Wednesday. On the Wednesday show, guys to look forward to on Ohio State and Miami from a draft standpoint.
One name.
There's only one name you got to point out.
Who was that?
Guy's name is Bain.
Okay.
Rhymes with pain.
Okay.
There he is.
I don't know this guy.
Defensive end, plays for Miami.
All right, so we'll have a report on that on Wednesday. Okay.
Watch them.
Okay.
Chris, you got any tickets to the game? Chris Beam? No.
But even how about yesterday? You had the key play in that Ohio State-Texas game. It was Texas was down on the goal line, and Sark ran the ridiculous sweep play, and so which put him into a fourth down play. And then Ewers got sacked, fumbles, and Jack Sawyer runs for a touchdown, 90 yards to seal the win for Ohio State. Well, yesterday, Jack Sawyer had an interception. And Quinn Ewers, by the way, in his second NFL start, beats a Tampa Bay team, quarterbacked by Baker Mayfield, 20-17.
That hurt to say, didn't it, a little bit? Not much.
What?
But Quinn Ewers beat Baker Mayfield.
Oh, no. Baker and Tampa Bay this last half of the year.
What is happening?
Their arrow is pointed down, but they still got a shot against Carolina on Saturday. But with a losing record, by the way. What are they? They're 7-9.
And the Saints are exploding. 4 in a row.
Right.
So wait a second.
Found their quarterback.
Wait a second.
They found their quarterback.
The Cowboys are 7-8-1. The Panthers are 8-8, and the Bucks are 7-9, and they're playing for a division title.
Yeah.
So Jerry needs to petition to move into the NFC.
As soon as we get over there, they'll improve, and it'll be.
Right.
Come on.
By the way, you talk about a team improving in the NFC South. Look out for the Saints. Look out for Kellen Moore's Saints.
They got the
and their quarterback, Tyler Shuck.
Guys, they beat Tennessee. So let's be.
But they've got, is it 5 in a row?
4 in a row.
4 in a row?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
4 in a row.
All with him, by the way.
And a lot of it against the NFC South or the AFC South.
Should have been starting them sooner.
Shador threw 2 interceptions, and they still beat Pittsburgh.
That's right.
So we go.
That's
show
right.
Some love. Let's
There
show
you
some
go.
love. Nate for Frisco and all black. Never mind. I'm sorry. I got distracted.
All right. You got a final comment?
I'm good.
Okay. You're good?
You're needed, too, by the way. Douglas needs you.
I'm going to talk. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, speaking of the Cotton Bowl, when you walk to the stadium, you hear the announcement around the stadium.
It's going to be Bill Jones' voice.
It always is.
Yeah, right.
It always is. Get sick one of these days, Bill, so brother can slide in. You know what I mean? Come on, Bill.
I ain't mad at you, niggas.
At least
Bill
I put
been
it.
getting all this work, man.
I'm walking around.
Work,
walking around AT&T Stadium. I'm saying I'm sick of hearing Bill, man.
As a matter of
Keep
fact,
your cell phones in your pocket.
Yeah, man.
you're going to have to make probably the announcement about the Battle of the Bands.
That's
Be ready.
Probably true.
Let me see them crumbs, man.
You have not because you asked not.
That's right, bro.
Ask.
All right.
good.
So that does it for a Victory Monday edition of Big
weird.
Shots. And we'll shout at you
like
again
it,
tomorrow at high noon.
Go Cowboys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?